Hi, welcome back to the series of how I learned Python from Java. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can wrap our data and method within a class. It's what we call encapsulation. And this video is going to be the part 1 of encapsulation. So let's just get started. Before programming, I want to give you some idea of what we are going to deal with this class. So imagine that we want to gather information from the end user, and the first things we can think of the detail of the end user is we want to gather their name. So the first name comes the first, and then last name. Last name. And the next things is email. So we want to gather these three details from the end user. Well, in a real case, these three is not enough to represent the detail of the end user. But for the purpose of these videos, we can just stick around them. So right now, we have to declare a first name variable and assign the first name, which is my first name, Edward, to it, and last name. My last name is YIN, and email. Let's just say edward@email.com. And right now, let me just get rid of this. And right now, we have to pass these three variables into our class, and we're gonna name the class users. So the first parameter is going to be the first name and last name and email. And in object-oriented programming, we have to assign a variable, assign a class to a variable. So let's just say user1, which is equal to the class of my detail here. And right now, when it comes to computer science, we think of input and output. So these is kind of like input, and now we have to output so we can see what's inside the class. The simply method we can do output is print, and we can print user_1. And if I run it, it's a user is not defined because we haven't defined it yet. Right now, let me show you how we can define or wrap a user class. So class, let's just name it user, and remember that we've got three parameters here, so we have to define them. And where in this class we can define where is here, which is here. And so we have to declare first name so that we can pass our values into the class here. So the first parameter is first name, and the second one is LNAME, which is last name, and email. And we need to also declare variables inside the class so we can bring these parameters from outside of the class into inside of the class. So what we can do with it is, let me just get rid of this. We can declare a first name within the class and assign F name to it. And we can also define self last name and assign L name to it, as well as email. Yeah, and this is what we have done for the input section. Oh, by the way, the init method here is the initialization of this class. So once if the class is called, the system run this method. So everything defined inside this init method will be launched when the class is called. Now we have to declare a output method, which is stir underscore stir and self. Let me just put pass here. The stir method is kind of like toString in Java. So in Java, we kind of like declare public string to string, and we can do return everything here. Okay, that's what we do in Java, if you understand Java. And written here, it's a kind of like same. So we can declare a output stir here and make a clear formation for it to represent, to show the detail of this user. So first one, maybe we can just say person name, and plus the variable itself, the first name. Let me just put a space between last name, yes, and we can add a new line for it, and then we can add email. So the email, okay, that's fair enough. Then we can return the output. Here we go. So right now, if I run it, so user is now, where is it? Yeah, sorry, just typing, I didn't really, so just run it right now. Okay, right now the console shows the output of this user one, depending on the inputs here, and shows a beautiful formation here. That's what we call input and output. So I think that's enough for these videos, and I will see you in next one. Thank you.